welcome to the children's story. And for the adults out there who are going to be filling out their surveys, you're about this. Today, I thought CJ could help me with something because he was telling me a story yesterday that he said was passed down from your dad told you, and his dad told him, and his dad told him, and so on, all through the ages. So it's a story that happened a very long time ago, and he only has half of the story though. What do you mean? Well, you know part of the story, but what you don't know can really make a difference with your story. I don't get it. Well, why don't you tell the kids what the story was that you were talking about, and then I will fill in the details, and then you will go, whoa, that's pretty cool. Do I have to do that? No, you don't have to do that. All right, so tell us about the story. All right, when my ancestors lived a long, long time ago, they worked for the king. They worked for the king. They were part of the disposal team. The disposal team? Is that like a sanitation worker? Not exactly. Okay, tell us about this disposal team. Well, if someone did something wrong, or if they angered the king, they got thrown into the dungeon. Well, actually, it's more like a den. And that's where your ancestors lived? And we would dispose of the problem. So you guys were literally disposing of the problems. Okay, was your family good at their job? Oh yes, very good. Not a single one. Well, there was one guy that got away. A guy got away? Yeah. It was kind of strange though, because he wasn't alone. Well, tell us about it. Well, one day this guy gets thrown in, and he was praying. And that was not uncommon, because lots of folks pray when they're scared and afraid they're going to die. That's true. I probably would pray, especially in that situation. So he was praying, and we were all circling around, and we were going to get him. But all of a sudden, a shiny dude showed up. Wait, a shiny dude? Yeah, shiny dude. Could it have been an angel? Well, that would make more sense, sure. Okay, so an angel shows up, and he says, don't eat him. And an angel told your ancestors not to eat the guy that was thrown in there, but that was you guys' job. That's right. So what did you guys do? Well, it was like my ancestors were powerless to eat him. They just couldn't eat the guy. That must have been very frustrating for them. Well, not only that, but by the next morning, they were so hungry, their stomachs were growling. I'll bet that they were. Have you guys ever heard a lion's stomach growl? It's scary. So they were very hungry, and so what happened with this guy? Well, he got hauled out of the den, and then other guys got thrown in. And did you guys take care of, dispose of those other guys? Yeah, we sure did. So, what you don't know, though, is that story is actually in the Bible. It is? Yes, but not from the lion's perspective, but from the people's perspective. How do you mean? Well, that guy's name that got thrown in there that first day, yeah, his name was Daniel. Daniel, that's a cool name. And he was one of the king's advisors. Oh, that's an important job. He must have messed up big time to get thrown into the den. Well, actually, he didn't mess up. It was a mistake. Well, he had some people that didn't like him very much, this Daniel guy, because he was honest and he was faithful to God, and the king liked him so much, they plotted, they made a plan, and they tricked the king into signing into a law, something that said that nobody could pray to anybody else other than the king for 30 days. And was this Daniel a righteous guy? He was a righteous guy. He would only serve the Lord. And so he went ahead and prayed, even though he knew that was against the king's command. And that's how he was in there. That is exactly why he was in the den. But because he was faithful to God, what happened? He shut the lions' mouths. He did. He shut the lions' mouths. And when the king came the next day, you were telling me that the king said something before they brought Daniel out? Oh yes, my dad said that he was told that the king yelled down, Daniel, are you okay? Has your God saved you? And obviously, he had. And then those guys that got thrown in, yeah, those were the guys that plotted and planned and that made that law. The king was so upset with them, they got thrown in there. Oh, that explains it. All right, so now what I'm trying to figure out, though, is, so you know both sides of the story now. Mm-hmm. What is the lesson that we should learn from this? Well, I think a good lesson is don't be mean to God's people or you'll end up eating lions. No, that's not the lesson. It's not. No, it did happen that way, but no. How about something about trusting God? Oh, well, even if things look really, really bad, you can still trust God to take care of you. That's exactly right. Because did Daniel know that he was going to come out of the den alive? I don't know if he did or not. That could have been pretty scary. But God took care of him. And just like the Hebrew boys, they didn't know that they were going to come out of the fire alive. But God took care of them too. So even if it looks bad, even if it looks like there's no way of escape, what should they do? Always trust God. And He will take care of you. He will always take care of you. You guys remember that, okay? All right, thank you guys very much. Thank you.